Welcome to the Living Large Theater podcast with Gary Rodriguez, Billy Santiago, and producer Noe Ayala. Admission to the Living Large Theater requires only your sense of humor and thirst for knowledge as we explore community, entertainment, the arts, politics, and human nature. Time now for you to step inside the Living Large Theater.
And welcome to another edition of the Living Large Theater. I am Billy Santiago, along with my friend of 35 years, Gary Rodriguez, and our producer extraordinaire, Noe Ayala. And we are here at South Padre Island, getting ready to talk to the folks from the Courtyard by Marriott Resort, Alana Rivera and Aldo Reyes. Before we do that, though, let's get some thoughts from Gary. What's up, Gary?
Hey, thanks, Billy. First of all, my first thought, what a beautiful property this
Isn't
is.
it?
I mean, the convenience, the beauty, the cleanliness, everybody is just really awesome here today. And, you know, we start each podcast out with a suggestion. My suggestion today is don't give up, don't give in, don't give out. You may see things every day that make you lose hope or feel a little bit helpless, but that's because the media takes a symptom of the challenges that we encounter in our daily lives, and then they take that symptom and turn it into a perceived full-blown disease. The key word there is perceived. They want you to think you're living in the worst of times when actually, I believe we're all living in the best of times. I know we are. I mean, look, you are listening to one of the most popular podcasts that I've ever heard of, and we're broadcasting live for our Labor Day special partners, the Courtyard by Marriott on South Padre Island. There have been plenty of times in American history where past, present, and future have looked hopeless and bleak. But here we are with you, and we're living large, and you're living large with us. So again, don't give up. Do your part. Stay hopeful and stay helpful to others. Don't give in. That's what they want. They want you to see things their way, even though your way is the proper, correct, and unquestionable way. And finally, don't give out. Stay true to yourself. And remember, you have a duty to make yourself happy. You have a duty to your family. You have a duty to your coworkers. You have to be happy, and that is your responsibility. Once again, thank you for joining us today on the Living Large Theater. Our first guest is Aldo Reyes, Assistant General Manager from the Courtyard by Marriott on South Padre Island. Aldo, nice. How you doing?
Good.
We're going to get the microphone there a little bit closer there. That is totally my bad right there. I'm so sorry. We need to get that over there. In the meantime, Billy, what do you think? We came in yesterday.
Yesterday afternoon.
I'm going to tell you the key word to me regarding this property, other than cleanliness, spaciousness. You're not cramped. You have pretty much a runway of a lobby that takes you from the lobby, from your check-in destination to the island. Aldo, great property. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you became assistant general manager here, because you're a lucky dude, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a beautiful property, and, it's an honor to work here. And, we just love the hotel, it's the newest hotel here on the island, 224 rooms, beachfront property, lovely restaurant, Bar Louis.
Yeah.
Everything's just phenomenal.
Bill, your thoughts?
Yesterday when I rolled in, I got in my room. And I called you and I says, God, Gary, these rooms are huge,
They're beautiful. They are
Yes.
beautiful. And, I think that, first of all, I'm from the Upper Valley, the McAllen, Edinburgh area. I came down here last May for the TML convention. Maybe I'm out of the loop or something, but I didn't know that this property was here, first of all. And if I'd heard of it, I didn't know it was this beautiful, because it is a beautiful location. Let us know your address here, Aldo, and the importance that you put on taking care of your guests.
Yeah, our address is 6700 Padre Boulevard. We're towards the north end of the island. And I mean, like I said, it's, beautiful property. We're fairly new, so not a lot of people know about us, but, we definitely want to get our name out there, and, we want everyone to come and stay here with us.
Yeah, you're definitely a hidden gem. The other thing is this: you have very ample parking. I think you can handle. What's your room occupancy here?
So we have 224 rooms. We have more than enough to cover for that. We have conventions as well. So
yeah,
that's not a problem.
I noticed that there's a parking space for every guest and guest's guest here. let's talk about some of the amenities that you offer here. Obviously, you have the beautiful pool behind us. It's been full since I got here with guests. They're loving it. What kind of features do you have in the pool area here?
Yeah, so definitely, it's a saltwater pool. Towards the back, we have that beautiful beach bar in the back. And then just a few steps away from the beach, we don't want to be out at the beach bar. We do have the inside bar Louis.
Mhm.
We have live music. Just pretty much of everything.
Yeah, so I guess one of the things that I've kind of determined, or at least think, is that once somebody checks in, you really don't need to leave. You have a nightlife here with live music. You have a first class restaurant in Bar Louis, which we'll be talking with Brad in another show about. So then you have a weight room.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we have all of that. So, you don't have to step out at all from the hotel. Everything, it's here.
Yeah, I like that. And I think a lot of guests like that as well. Your guests come in from all over, I bet.
Yeah, definitely. As a Marriott brand, we get guests from all over the world.
Any celebrities?
A few.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, don't tell me. Okay. That is awesome, man. The location on the north end, I think it lends itself to obviously less traffic. If people are going to come out here, it means that they have a destination close to here. But if you're way down on the south end, you got to see everybody coming and going. And I think the guest has an advantage here by being on the north end. Is there anything that you could tell us that's around Courtyard by Marriott on South Padre Island that you would recommend they maybe check out? I mean, I don't know what the vibe is here.
We do have the Turtle Sanctuary just across the road from us. You can just walk there. Also, the Birding Center, which is same walking distance.
Yeah. Let's talk about the beach itself. You have easy access to the beach from the property?
Yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned, we do have a beach bar, past that pool. And then, the beach is just a couple steps away.
We were there last night at the beach bar. Darren was our server and highly dependable, highly attentive. And, I'm telling you, for a property like this, everything had a pretty good cost value ratio, I thought. What'd you think, Bill?
Well, this morning I had breakfast, and the server was very friendly. We got to know her. Noe and I were having coffee and eating breakfast, and it was nice to have somebody who wasn't from this area, and she spoke perfect English, and she also spoke Spanish, which I think is a big plus. So she was very friendly. I really enjoyed our breakfast this morning with her. And let me ask you, you got Labor Day weekend coming up. How's it looking as far as room availability?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. It's one of our last major holidays. So I mean, occupancy is looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
That is awesome. Any shows outside, fireworks or anything like that coming up soon?
Yeah, definitely. We do have those fireworks right by the beach, which you can see from the pool. Just a beautiful show.
Hey, let me ask you, Aldo. I don't want to get into the weeds here, but why are your hotel staff so dedicated? Do they go through extra training, or do they have any standards that they already have to possess before they can even work here? Because I've seen nothing but attentive, respectful, and professional servers here throughout the property.
Yeah, no, definitely. They all go through their training, to meet, the standards of the brand, and it's just something they must do.
Well, I tell you what, man, whoever's leading this ship is sailing it in the right way. I was part owner of the hotel channel for many years, and I spent many days and nights and weekends in hotels working on video projects for hundreds of hotels throughout the state of Texas. And I know hotels, and I'm telling you, this is an impressive property. You have a great flag, the Marriott flag, the Courtyard by Marriott flag. Personally and professionally, what do you think about your position here? You feel pretty fortunate?
Oh yeah, of course. Definitely it's an honor to work here. I just love it.
Good. Hey, we've been talking with Aldo Reyes. He is the assistant general manager here at the Courtyard by Marriott, and you're listening to the Living Large Theater. It's Billy Santiago, Gary Rodriguez. Our producer is Noe Ayala, and as a special treat, the man who helped set all this up months ago, Fred Rodriguez, a Texas sportsman, and his wife, Cindy Rodriguez. They are Mr. and Mrs. Texas Sportsman. They're going to be on the program as well, because without their assistance, we may not have met Barry Patel, and this whole accommodation may not have worked out. But I'm going to tell you, a very important component of everything, the planning and the operation for today's broadcast, we have to give credit to Alina Rivera, and she is our guest. She is the sales manager here for the Courtyard by Marriott on South Padre Island. Alina, thank you so much for everything you did behind the scenes. There was time they were calling me, "Hey, are we okay? We're gonna be there." And I said, "Hey, I talked to the young lady, very professional, and it's going to happen." And we just thank you so much that the Living Large podcast wants to present you with this bottle of wine, just as a small token of our esteem. I'm sorry, Aldo. We didn't bring another one. But there's a bar right behind me.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me.
Holy mackerel. As we were talking to Aldo about the property, it's the cleanliness, the spaciousness of it, and the location of it on the island, that's got to be a plus when you're trying to sell this to a convention or some sort of a expo type of event. What is in your gun bag? What's in your arsenal? What do you talk to them about before they've even seen this property?
Sure. So first of all, we are a beachfront property, so that's a plus. We've got plenty of sleeping rooms for those larger conventions, with over 10,000 square feet in indoor convention space. I've got 5 grand ballrooms and 5 smaller breakout rooms. So those larger conventions do have a hotel where they can house the majority, if not all, their sleeping rooms and have all the space that they need here with us. We have our Bar Louie. It's the only gastro bar here on South Padre Island. And really one of a kind gastro bar. It's fun. We've got live entertainment every night. Right now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got fireworks for all our guests. We've got that beautiful saltwater pool that Aldo was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
We're located right next door to the largest beach bar in Texas, so all our guests can take advantage and visit that.
Oh, that's cool. So y'all are okay with that?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. That's why.
Yes.
Okay, so can we mention?
And their guests come over to our property as well.
Absolutely,
so,
I bet. But see, that's a good partnership there.
It's a win-win situation for everybody. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
Yes.
And we've got the Sea Turtle Rescue Center located right across the street, walking distance. That really is a state-of-the-art facility. Then we've also got the Birding and Nature Center that Aldo mentioned, and they are a alligator sanctuary as well. So that's always fun. Those are some nice outdoor kind of activities that you can do with your kids.
Yeah.
We've got the fitness center that was mentioned. We also do have a cafe that has Starbucks. Not very many people on the island serve Starbucks, so that's always a plus.
What do they want? I mean, obviously, you as the sales manager kind of already know that, but we don't know. What does a convention need to book it and have it here for you to host for them? Because like I said, I came back in May for the Texas Municipal League convention, and that's when I just was blown away by your property. But I've been to those conventions before, and I know what they need. But what are some of your other conventions looking for in order for you to be the one to host them?
Really just the space.
Is that it?
The space. We do all our in-house catering, so we really are a one-stop shop. If the space is available, this is your place.
Yeah, absolutely. Bill?
And if a company wanted to book a conference here, how can they get a hold of you guys?
Sure. So they just need to call the hotel they need to call the 956-433-0590, extension 715 is where they'll get directly to me. We also have our Enjoy SPI website, and that will get them to any of our hotels here on South Padre Island. We also have the La Copa Vacations website, and those individuals, our people, handle different condos that we've got available here on South Padre Island, different units that we have scattered throughout the island.
Oh, wow. So you control other properties other than this?
Yes.
That is awesome. The impact of SpaceX, have you noticed anything?
We do get several bookings. We also do have group blocks. especially when there are those last minute launches announced.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of people that come in and stay here for that.
Let me ask you this, Alina, not to put you on the spot, but do you have any contacts over there that they may call you? Hey, Alina, give you a heads up, or is it pretty much spread across the island?
I've got Elon Musk on my speed dial.
Atta girl.
Oh, yeah.
Alina Rivera, sales. That is awesome. So the guests that come in here, obviously you're more focused on the conventions, but you are doing some day-to-day activity too, interacting with guests, regular guests?
Of course.
Awesome.
Always.
And what do you have coming up? I know right now you have the Texas Convention and Visitors Bureau Association. They're having a big deal for 3 or 4 days. Congratulations on getting that. Look, I'm sure they had options on where they could have taken their convention, and they came here.
That's right.
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So who's coming up next?
We've got 3 groups next week. One I probably shouldn't mention.
No, Elon.
Then we've got the Texas Workforce Commission on their child care conference. And we've also got STAHU, that is the South Texas Health Association of Underwriters.
Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. And you pretty much, you have a staff that helps you get these conventions, or you're working the emails and the phones yourself?
It's a 5-person job and I'm doing it all, but it can kind of get messy when there's a lot of hands stirring the pot. So,
yeah,
you like to deal with it yourself.
Yes,
Make sure it gets done
make sure I'm
properly,
involved
right?
in everything. Yes. And all
Once again,
all the
Elena,
planning.
if somebody wants to reach out to you guys and ask for information on booking a conference,
Sure, they can just call the hotel directly, ask for myself, Alina Rivera, or ask for Ruby Franco as well. She's my assistant, so she helps me in a lot of the planning as well. Anybody at the front desk can take a walk-in. If they just want to walk in and see the property, they're more than welcome to do so. Leave their business card. They can get my business card if I'm not on site. But really just contacting the hotel directly, anybody's happy to help.
That's perfect. And you know what? That's exactly what we encountered. Helpful people from the valet. I don't think we mentioned that they do have valet here. I had to go get stuff out of my car, and it was not a problem. I'm like, golly, I'm not leaving, but I need my key. And the guy goes, don't worry about it, sir. Let me go get it. And everybody's helpful. Alina Rivera, Aldo Reyes, assistant general manager for the property, and Alina Rivera for the Courtyard by Marriott. She is the sales manager. You want to book a room for your family or your convention, you have this property on South Padre Island, one of the most best properties on the island, and certainly one of the best islands in the world. Alina, Aldo, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Enjoy
You're
that
welcome.
bottle
Again,
of
thank
wine.
you for having me.
And we'll see Brad for our next program to talk about all the inner workings and the amenities and the beauty and the deliciousness of the food and drink at Bar Louie's. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Coming up, Bill, we're going to be talking with Fred Rodriguez, and he is Mr. Texas Sportsman, and he brought the missus with him today. He's got Cindy Rodriguez, and again, want to give credit where credit's due. You know, we started this discussion months ago, and Fred talked with Mr. Patel and Miss Rivera, and we were able to secure the authorization to broadcast from here for this program right now. So we have Fred Rodriguez on there, and he is a Texas sportsman. And Fred, you and Cindy look marvelous. You look like you belong.
Well, South Padre Island is our second home now.
Awesome.
So we're enjoying it. And,
there you go. Property owner.
Property owners here.
That's
on
a
South
big
Padre
deal,
Island.
man.
It's a big deal. We finally got a piece of the sand, and we love it.
Yeah. What's going on with you? This is our Labor Day special.
Okay.
So I don't know if you'll be out on the water Labor Day with friends, family, or working, but what's in store for the Texas Sportsman's family and the Texas Sportsman for Labor Day?
Labor Day means that we are working. We are shooting a show. We'll be kicking off the official, as we say down here in South Texas, just about everywhere across Texas, is the white wing, special white wing hunting season. So we're going to be doing a show out there south of, in my hometown of Harlingen, right there south of the airport, white wing hunting.
Is that still popular?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yes. Everybody, it's that time that everybody's like switching and putting their fishing rods away a little bit, and they're pulling out their shotguns and they're cleaning them up. and then that first blast from their shotgun, they smell that shotgun, that gunpowder. It's just like bam, and then you do the barbecue.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, does it still attract people from out of the valley?
Oh yes, definitely.
I mean, some heavy hitters, right?
Oh yes, they do. There's so many different farms down here that do this and cater to it, and it's a great time for the whole family. And
right.
In fact, my wife will be with us, and it's been part of our family for a long time now.
Let me ask you this: the traditional thing way back when was do a full day of hunting and go party in Mexico at La Fogata or Arturo's or whatever. Obviously, people aren't doing that anymore. What is the after hunt ambiance and event schedule look like now? You mentioned a barbecue.
Yeah. Well, you grill a little fajitas, chicken wings.
But do
or
you
whatever.
do it there where they were hunting?
Right,
okay.
right there. You have the pit on and the ambiance there to have that going there, and then you have a choice. You can clean your birds there. Okay, but I don't want to get onto the rules and regulations of that, of course, with Texas Parks and Wildlife. But
but you do have to have a license, right?
Oh, you got to have your license. There's so many different regulations. I press that everybody that's going to go hunting, they got to do that.
I've seen you on hunts and on TV,
mm-hmm.
and I always admired how you always stress safety.
Yes.
You can have 1,000 birds, but if you lose an arm or something,
you can't shoot low. The secret, not the secret, the rule of thumb is don't shoot low. You got to shoot high. You got to see the blue in the sky to shoot.
That's a good rule.
Yeah, because you might have a fellow guy that's 30 yards away from you, and he's poking along and you don't see him, but there's so many different things. I think that's time for another type of podcast with you guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But we'll pick your brain for whatever's pickable while you're here.
Absolutely. Cindy, so getting one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we get home, of course, that's when we're set. We're at home. Okay, now we can have our adult beverage. Okay, and then we can also turn on the pit again. Why not? We're home.
That's great.
So
man.
how do you cook your white wing there, Fred?
Whoa, I have that on YouTube on the Texas Sportsman channel, of course. But what I like to do is I keep the body whole, of course, and then what I like to do is I stuff it with you can use either breakfast sausage or chorizo, okay, to stuff it in there. Then I get a slither of jalapeno, serrano pepper, then it gets some Monterey Jack cheese.
Ooh.
Stop.
And then you drizzle them with some of the Q-All seasoning.
I'm drooling.
Of course, that we have. Okay, Q-All season, part of the Texas Sportsman. And then you wrap. Well, I'm not done. Then there's more. Then we wrap it in bacon. And then we put it on a little basket. There's like about 12 of those little guys there. And then on the side there, I have some sour cream, Worcestershire, and Tabasco sauce. And then you dip that in there. And then I just serve it to my wife. And speaking of my wife, here she is.
And now you're done.
Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hey, Cindy. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, Gary, for having us.
Oh, absolutely. I saw you at the Hunters Expo with Fred in the booth there with Roberto Pulido. And I thought, man, what a lucky guy. Lucky guy, Fred. So, but I think the nuts of everything we're doing right now is that you guys are living large. You got probably and arguably one of the most successful outdoor programs on TV, bar none. You're even international?
Yeah. Well, we're not in Mexico, but we are in other parts of the U.S.
Okay. All right. So you're national. There you go.
Yes.
And the success that you have has obviously benefited us, the Living Large Theater podcast
We thank you
team.
for that, Fred.
Absolutely. Thank you, Billy.
And we want to make sure that it's known that Fred is a big player on South Padre Island, and I'm sure he wouldn't want me to mention this, which is why I'm going to mention it, that I'm trying to encourage him to run for mayor of South Padre Island. I have no idea when the election is, but I know Fred Rodriguez to be pragmatic, safety conscious, and also very particular about the community aspect. Wherever Fred is, he wants to be a part of that community, and he expects that community to live as a community, helping others. Like we said as at the beginning of the podcast, don't give in, don't give up, don't give out. That's what they want. You got to be helpful to others. And Fred, thank you so much for helping us.
You're welcome, sir. Anytime.
And the air show that happened here, what did you think about it? Were you here for it yesterday?
We were here. I'm going to leave that to my wife there. We had lunch. As she says, if we would have planned for it, it wouldn't have happened. So
That's
what
right.
happened,
That's
sweetheart?
right. We got up a little bit later than we thought, and we said, you know what, let's just go have lunch. So just really quickly got ready. We went to the Palms to go eat. We sat there, and they gave us a real large table. We just sat. We enjoyed. It was amazing. I had never seen something like that. And you could see everyone around eating around us.
Yeah.
And
The jets were beautiful.
The jets were beautiful, and it was just lined up with people all over on SPI.
I thought Tom Cruise was going to make an appearance. There was a jet as we were coming in.
Yes.
An F-24 combat bandit went straight up and did a like a stall. And then he
It's pretty awesome.
took off.
it
It's
was
amazing.
awesome.
So what do you think about this property here, Courtyard by Marriott?
Oh, this is our number one property. This
Yeah.
is our favorite little back home here. Before we got our condo and stuff, we would always, hey, you want to stay there? Yeah, I'd love to stay here. We call this our third home.
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
it's so cool because it has everything. We kind of don't want to go nowhere. Once you're here,
You don't have to.
right, babe?
If you're hot, you come on in. There's a bar. There's live music. You want
Yeah.
to drink by the beach? You go outside. There's a bar outside.
It's beautiful.
And it's
Beautiful.
not far. It's just not far. It's just right there.
And the food is amazing.
What is your take on Barry Patel? You guys are good friends.
Barry Patel and I.
Does he know he has the premier property on the island right now?
Oh yeah, he definitely
Okay.
does. Yes, he does. Barry's Mr. Patel, as I call him, is a very dear friend of mine, of ours, and
well, any friend of yours is a friend of mine.
and you have found that out, because he's all about promoting, and this is what we do.
Yeah.
We promote, we market, and it's all good for everybody.
Yeah.
And now you all got to come and experience over here what Courtyard Marriott does for everybody else. You have the swimming pools, then you have the outside bar,
Oh,
you
my
got
goodness.
the inside bar, then you have entertainment every night.
What a
of the
stay.
week.
What
Okay.
a stay this
And then
has
I got to
been.
say this: Tuesday burgers, $5, brother.
Here?
Yep.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Start at what time? What time we leaving them all? Okay, we're gonna have a burger before we leave,
5
man.
p.m. I
That-
believe it's 5 p.m. And
Hey, Fred, let me ask you
there's so
something.
many delicious things on the menu. Go ahead.
No, before we sign off, I need to get your endorsement on something. We have a couple of sponsors, but I know that you giving us a voice of saying, that this is a vehicle, it's clean, we're family friendly, we're pro business, we're pro American life. Is this something that you may want to sponsor someday, or any of your friends sponsor the Living Large Theater podcast? But I'm going to tell you, we're blowing and we're going. Our numbers are going up. I can't thank our producer Noe Ayala enough for keeping track of those numbers, and he is such a critical component of this whole presentation. I even tell him, you're more important than we are, mainly because you own everything. But what are your thoughts?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can, I'm sure, work something out. We are working with other organizations too. There's another podcast that we're doing. In fact, I'm doing it Wednesday, and these guys are from the Matagorda Bay, and his name is Dwayne Green. Okay, Captain Dwayne Green. And I'm going to get to it right here. It's called Coffee with Captain Dwayne Green. Okay.
Nice.
All right. And that's his podcast. So we went up to Matagorda Bay. We did a TV show over there, and we got to know him. And now
Let's name the podcast one more time. What is it, if you
okay,
can?
the name is Coffee with Captain Dwayne Green.
Okay, good. Fred, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Billy's
Hey,
got
Fred,
it.
if people want to see the TV show, where can they
Yes.
find it?
Yes, we're on CW's on Sunday, channel 21.
Damn,
on
Bill, that's the
Spectrum.
most important question of our visit with Fred.
Hey,
I couldn't even think of that. Say it.
that's
Let
what
me
you
go.
got me here, brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's
We're
go.
out there.
Sundays, 11:30 a.m. on CW here
There
in the
you
Rio Grande Valley. We're also on the air in Corpus Christi. And we're also on the air in Laredo. And living large, we're in other parts of the U.S., okay? West Palm Beach, Florida, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles as well, and Beaumont, Texas.
Attaboy.
Hey, do you do hunting guides and all that stuff?
I do have a
How can
hunting
people
guide.
get a hold of you for that?
Texas Sportsman Outfitters, give me a call at 956-776-4623.
All right.
Fred
let's do-
Rodriguez, the
Yes,
Texas
brother.
sportsman, his lovely wife Cindy here
Cindy
with us.
Rod, Mr. and Mrs. Texas Sportsman, thank you so much for your endorsement, your friendship, and just thank you for even considering my suggestion. Remember, it's only a suggestion that you become mayor of South Padre Island, Texas.
Hey, Fred, take us out of here, man.
Okay, you know what I say, Texas Sportsman, tracking outdoors, gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
All right. You listen to the Living Large Theater. I'm Billy Santiago, along with my good friend Gary Rodriguez and Noe Ayala. We thank you for listening. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Amazon. You can find us on iTunes. And you can find us on
The Living
Google
Large
Play.
Theater at gmail.com. The Living Large Theater at gmail.com. 956-451-1633.